Hello crafters and welcome to this week's From Picture to Page Beyond Papercraft Show update. I'm Michelle Brown, Creative Director from Picture to Page, which is our scrapbooking, mixed media art and paper crafting community, and I'm so excited to catch up with you. It feels like ages since I've seen you there. So if you're watching, pop in the comments just like Debbie has. Hi Debbie, let us know that you're there and help us out with today's inspiration. Now, today we're going to touch on a little bit of crafty inspiration. We're going to, of course, talk about our Peninsula show, which has been cancelled, and then a little bit of a recap of our dates for 2020. But I thought for today's inspiration, we would talk about what everyday household items that we use in our everyday craft. So I'd love for you to share in the comments, and I'll share some of mine with you as well. So the things that I love using from home, and I thought we just limited it to 2 for starters with some examples, is cereal boxes and the cardboard and the plastic liner as well. So I love keeping all my cereal boxes. This is a nice big Kellogg's one. Then hopefully this won't be too crinkly. And the liner that it comes in as well. Hi Deborah, hi Trish, hi Jenny. And I'll show you a few of the things that I do with it. So one of the things I love doing with the cardboard, of course you can cut it into different sizes, you can use it with wrapping, but one of the things I really like to do is make little books out of it. Now I've got a tutorial somewhere, we did it last year I think, but by using the cereal box cardboard, cutting it along the spine, really simple 2-hole hole punch, and then with one single page of A4 paper, turn it into a little book. I did have one that I've decorated, but of course can't find it because I've been tidying up for classes, so I don't know where I've put it. Somewhere very safe, I'm sure. So that's one of the things I like using it for. Some of the boxes have different cardboard on the inside, but this one's nice and white and smooth, so you can still stamp on it. You can use it in your cards. You can make boxes from it. There's just, oh yeah, I've got a box I could have brought. Not to worry. There's just so many different things you can do with cereal box cardboard. So I would always suggest that you get it, like we said, take the bottom out of it so that you can store it flat. Oops, that's the green screen problem. We'll store it flat so then it keeps ready to go and you don't squish it. So the other thing I love using is the plastic from inside. So if you really carefully rip it and tear it down the seam, it comes quite a big sheet. And you can see, well, firstly that it's see-through, so you can use it sort of like tracing paper. And I'll show you a few of the things that I like doing with it. I usually just pop it in the wash through the sink at the ends of the dishes, sometimes hang it up on the line, and then it's ready to go. So a few things that I like to do, being a mixed media artist, I'm always getting fingers dirty, and I like using them over this piece of cardboard to create a bit of a palette for painting my chipboards. So I just stick it on with a little bit of tape, oops, this way, and it's all ready to go. So it's there, and you can see here it's got a bit of sort of bronzy coloured paint on it. That's because I used it for my most recent canvases. So you can see here, I've used a whole heap of different chipboards. This is Scrap FX, available in the Mixed Media Art Store, and I've painted some of them. I've put some embossing powder on it, and it's just such a great way of, rather than getting paint all over your table, or once you've painted them then you can't move them, so you can line them up on here, paint them. Usually with chipboard I'll add a layer of gesso first because that helps to seal it. You can probably see a bit of gesso there underneath, so you can sponge it on, move it aside, let it dry, bring it back, add colours on, and it's just a really easy way of moving them around. The other thing I love doing is, because I do so much art journaling, is to use it, and you might have noticed when we did the demonstrations the other week for Spring into Sandown, is that I'll quite often cut it in half and then slip it inside there as well. And if I've got some sizes, so this is one of the Art by Marlene Rainbow journals, and if I know, I can see there that that's going to fit, and I might even fold it over, hopefully that's not too crinkly, and tape it there as well. So I've got like little sleeves that I can put on and keep the other pages free of paint when I paint my journal. So that's a couple of things. Has anyone else got any suggestions? Oh, Deborah's glad she watched this. I'm just so bad at keeping everything up to the point where I'm not actually allowed to keep any more cardboard boxes, but sometimes I like sneak them out. No one notices. And so Deborah's telling us that she loves using all the different brown paper that comes in all different things. Exactly. You can use it so many different ways. You can never have too much cardboard, I strongly believe. So it's always worth keeping them. So whether you're watching a replay or live, like I said, pop in the comments. Let us know some of the everyday household items that you use in your craft. And of course, I haven't even touched on some of the things we use when we're gel printing. So gel printing is a way of creating our unique background papers with acrylic paints, and we use bubble wrap and anything really that gives us like a texture, so crumpled up papers or foil or backs of paintbrushes. I guess that's already an art supply, but using it in a way that we wouldn't normally use it, and creating beautiful patterns on our plates so that we can make really pretty things. Some of the mats that you can get, so sort of the non-slip mats, they're really great. They've got a really lovely texture. There's just so many things you can use. So it's always worth having that crafty hat on and thinking about ways that you could use them, because like we said, it's nice having them in a box, and then when you need them, it's ready to go, because you won't always finish the cereal box when you need the cardboard. But I tell you, if you've got it stashed somewhere, you'll definitely have it ready to go. Okay, so that's my dash of inspiration. Look at what's around the home and see what you can use in your crafting, and then you will never be short of plastic or cereal box cardboard ever again. Now, as I've mentioned several times, but I'm not sure that everyone's got the memo yet, our Peninsula show in November for 2021 has been cancelled. Now, we've sent everyone out an email. We've mentioned it in our last few briefings. It's been all over Facebook. It's now no longer on our website. Peninsula show has been cancelled. So for those that may not have caught my previous explanation, when we had to make the decision on the show about 3 weeks ago, at that stage the restrictions hadn't fully lifted. Our venue was also not available. Someone else was using it. So we were going to have to move venues and possibly move dates. And it got to the point where we just really weren't sure whether we'd be able to pull off a decent show in time to bring it to you. So we've decided not to be doing any Peninsula show this year. And Deborah, no, we're not going to be doing any online shows for Peninsula, but we certainly will be doing some in 2022. And that will be snuck in between our program of everything else. So while we are all very sad that the Peninsula show is not running, please go and support your local retailers. Many of us are now holding classes. Our stores are open again. We've got Little Bits, of course. We've got Peninsula Papercraft. The Coldstream guys, Mixed Media Art in Mount Waverley. Of course, check out what Crafters Cupboard are doing. And of course, you've got all your local Stamping Up, Kazaz, Creative Memories, Close to My Heart people that are doing all sorts of retreats and workshops as well. So there's plenty of things out there for us to do and keep busy as we head into the end of the year. So, of course, as we've already mentioned, we've got 6 shows planned for 2022, and we really are excited to bring you a fantastic collection of shows. Again, for those of you that may not have caught the news, we are starting a new show next year, which we'll be calling the Sandown Summer Show. It's in summer, in February, on the 19th and 20th of February at the Sandown Raceway, which I know is a great venue for many of us, maybe not the best position for others, but there's plenty of parking, plenty of space, really good catering, and we really are looking forward to getting back to Sandown rather than having to wait another whole 12 months. So we will be heading to Sandown Summer in February. We're then heading to Bendigo in March, back to Pakenham in May, Geelong in July, Sandown Spring in October, and then finally all the way 12 months out back to the Peninsula, the Mornington Peninsula, for our Peninsula show, which is our Friday afternoon twilight show and Saturday as well. So I know it's very sad that we're missing out on this year's Peninsula show, but we do have a fantastic lineup. And as Deborah asked, there will be a whole heap of online shows as well as Plan C, and there's just so much going on. It's all exciting, so let's hope that we can all stay safe, get vaccinated, adhere to the government guidelines, and be ready to hold events in 2022. Oh, thanks, Jenny. I know so many people really can't wait for the live shows, and it is so nice to be back to classes as well. So I think that's everything from me today. So inspiration, have a look around your house and see what you can put aside to use in future crafting projects. Peninsula show has been cancelled, and again, for all of the website, for all of the details, check out our website. That is the most up-to-date place where all the information will go, even before the emails, even before the Facebook updates. If you've got any questions, if you're booking accommodation or trips, website. If you've got any questions, send me a message and I will certainly point you in the right direction. But please make sure that you do check the website before you book any accommodation, because that is the place where all the information will be. Okay, so continue to pop in the comments what you've been using from home. It's really lovely to have you all on board today, and I think that is it. So this is Michelle signing off. I hope you have a crafty day.